So hello and welcome along today to another ride test with Eclipse motorcycles. Today we're going to be trying out this little GP125 made by Royal Alloy, and it's a gorgeous little scooter, this one. As you can tell from the purr of that engine, it's got an aftermarket can. It's got a Scorpion can on this one, which we supply as an aftermarket set. And they do come in a stainless steel, or you can go for the carbon black. Personally, I like the carbon black with the chrome trim. But as a 125 scooter, very, very, very old school. Can't mention other scooter brands from the 60s, but I'm sure you'll know what ones we're on about. And also the rival for the modern day scooters as well, of a similar name. But nothing tops out the quality of this Royal Alloy. Now they come in several colours. So the GT comes in the two-tone. So they do come in blue and white, green and white, orange and black. There's numerous colour trends to these. The GP comes in a single tone. So normally cream white, duck egg blue. They call it grey, but it's duck egg blue. And we are currently ride testing this one for a customer, just to make sure that all is good before we release it back. So I'm just going to do a few back roads first, down single lanes, just to check the operation. So we're going to start with a nice steady 30 mile an hour, and just as you can see, braking on this is lovely. Down into some 30 mile an hour roads, just to show you the handling, the positioning, and first feel of this bike. The seating position is lovely, as you can see. Knees, I've got loads of room on my knees there, absolutely loads of room on the knees. Nice big speedo in front of me as well, shows me my miles per hour. So it does run ideal. It's just purring along at 30 mile an hour, and as you can tell from my mirrors, just looking, I've got a nice clear view both sides of the road. Just set my left hand one up because I knocked out with my elbow when I got on the bike. There we go. And I can see ample view of the road behind me out of both mirrors. Hurrying along at nice steady 30, and roll off the throttle and just check the cars behind me. There's nothing there. I'm just going to go for a nice bit of front brake, and as you can see, it pulls up lovely. Slow speed handling. There we go. So a nice steady 5 mile an hour, and it's just sitting there, doesn't wander like you would get with any small scooter. It just plants itself, and nice slow speed handling, and just to warm the tyres out, as you can see, it does weave very, very nicely. So we're going to take this out for about 10 miles. Give it a nice little run around, and then we're going to take it down a dual carriageway and show you what the cruising speed is on this machine. Wish people had used their indicators. Quick shoulder check, out onto the road. Currently sitting at a little bit higher. We're up at 35 mile an hour, single lane. Just going to open it up slightly. Obviously this one has only done 180 miles now, so we're taking it nice and easy on this. Nice maximum speed of 40 mile an hour, running in procedure. But as you can see, over the potholes, it just soaks the bumps up. I'm not even feeling that through this lovely Royal Alloy seat. Very, very well padded seat, and some big, big potholes in this road. And once again, that you can hear that exhaust just working away underneath. down into tick over, and that thud, 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 thud. And normally I'd be filtering on this, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Have a quick filter. Quick shoulder check. And we're off. And once again, it corners very, very nice. For a little 125 scooter. And the eyes are all over me. Everyone's like, oh, what's that? It's a Royal Alloy, folks. You can't get any better. So, nice steady 38 mile an hour, because we're running this vehicle in. And we're looking to do about 10 miles today. Just check that the engine's not getting too hot on this. And then obviously, a quick look round the vehicle when we pull up. As you can tell, pair of that little exhaust, that Scorpion can, absolutely gorgeous. Pros and cons of buying these. Pros, it's a very, very reliable scooter. You know, it's a little bit more than some of the Chinese brands that you'll get, but you are getting something that is just finished. It's that shiny little bit of after finish that you get with Royal Alloy. So it's got the little bar end trims on it, it's got the little rubber trims all the way around the bike, it's got some nice feet mats on this as well. There are hundreds of different aftermarket accessories that you can get with these bikes. So they do the floor mats, they do the front and rear carriers. You can get colour coded seats to match your paintwork. They do bar end mirrors. Plus of course they do the jackets, the t-shirts, the mugs, the caps, the whole kit and caboodle. So the aftermarket range of these, including the Scorpion cans, is a very, very good aftermarket accessories. So they've definitely thought the brand out before they've took the marketing out, and we received the email this week that the 300 is coming on to the market. So they do a 200 version of this in a liquid cooled. 300 is going to be available soon, so it's going to be absolutely brilliant when it comes out. Just hear that pipe, it's just loud pipes save lives, as I say, and that is not overly loud, it's just nicely loud. Time for a little quick filter down the outside. And that's what I do love about these. Try to do that on a big bike with the big wide bars. You can't do it. This has got such short bars on it. Yet it's very, very controllable to put into roundabouts, filter through traffic. So an ideal urban commuter with that Royal Alloy look just stands out amongst the crowd compared to other scooters in the range. So that's the pros. You know, it's very, very well finished. It does an excellent miles per gallon. The cons, okay, so 125, you want something a bit better, get a bigger CC. Now, I always said when I started riding, I didn't like cruisers, I didn't like scooters, just give me a sports bike. But since I've started doing these 125 vlogs, I've absolutely fell in love with the Royal Alloy range. And I'm actually starting to get used to riding cruisers now, the 125 cruisers. I do like doing my 125 vlogs. So for all you youngsters that are coming into biking, you've got your sports bikes, you've got your enduros, you've got your urban commuters, you've got your, you know, you've got a bit of everything across the range. Do your homework, check what you want. If you're into that type of bike, then I'm sure we've got one. But if you happen to be like me, an oldie but a goodie, and you're an old 70s and 80s boy, and back in the 70s and 80s, you'll remember we had the mods, the rockers, the punks. This is an ideal mod scooter. If you're into your ska music and you want to set an image, get yourself a Royal Alloy. You know, I could see myself on one of these. Give me another 10 years when I'm in my 60s. All right, I lie a bit. Give me another 5 years when I'm in my 60s. Give me a Parker, open face helmet, British logo flag on my back, and a bit of mod music, and oh my god, you'd be happy days all over. I'm loving this. It's such an interesting little scooter to ride around on. It gets up to speed. You know, I'm quite happy puddling around at 40 mile an hour on this. There's enough room on the back with that little rack. You could get yourself a little backpack or get yourself a little kit bag, couple of bungee ties, bungee yourself onto the, bungee your shopping on. You've got plenty of storage on the front of this bike. Pop down the road, pint of milk, packet of fags, you know, whatever floats your boat. But, oh, this is gorgeous. And it just handles so well. It's soaking up the bumps. I've got no sway off the back end at all. I'm just taking my time, puddling along, enjoying every minute of being on this Royal Alloy. Now obviously, because of slower speed, you've got to watch your mirrors a lot more. Check those cars behind, but make sure you're doing your lifesavers all the time. But even over the ruts in the road, it's just sailing over them. I've got no front wheel wander at all. I'm riding around, and there's not much more I can say about this. You know, obviously those that watch my videos, you'll know most of the road tests we do are around Milton Keynes, around Bletchley and Milton Keynes, because we like to stay nice and local. Should we get worst case scenario of a bike breaking down, it's easy to recover back to the unit. But in a year of me doing the vlogs, I've not had one break down, which is great news for Royal Alloy, you know, the other ranges that we do. These things just poddle along. So we're at a nice steady 42 now. I'm just taking my time with it. A little bit of lane domination going on. And you can just hear that exhaust can just working its way away. Obviously make myself aware that there is traffic around me. Now once these things are up to speed though, you know, once you've done the running in procedure, get a comfortable 55 burst to 60, you know, I'd say any 125, yeah, you'll probably get it 60, 65, but I'd say cruise them at 50, 55, let the engine run normally, don't go ragging it, and you'll get oodles and oodles of time at these bikes. You know, it's like anything. If you maintain it well, you do your regular servicing, you do your weekly checks, you're checking everything before you ride, yes, the bike is going to stay with you. If you're just going to get on it, ride it every day, oh, I only put fuel in my bike, then be prepared, you know, for the bike to play up. You must follow your maintenance regime. You can't expect to get in, the same with any car. You can't get in and out of a car every day, oh, I don't check my tyre pressures, I don't check my oil and water. You're going to have problems. So if you follow a strict maintenance schedule, you clean the bike, you keep it, you know, dry when you get it wet, it's going to look after you. You look after it, it will repay the love backwards to you. Okay. We're about 5.5 miles in now, and you know, it's not felt like I've done 5.5 miles, it's felt like I've done a lot more. But I'm loving it. We're sitting at a steady 44 now, so I've just managed to lock me. I've found a nice little bit of lock where I can just hold my hand comfortably, and I'm quite happy poddling along. Need to switch in a second, so quick lifesaver, over the shoulder, switch across to the outside lane. I'm going to come back down the dual carriageway. So I can get a little bit more nattering in. And obviously most people tend to watch my videos all the way through. I can sort of tell you the stuff that we do during the week. So I've got a new blog going up this week, if you happen to follow my blog page. Five things that your car or bike may do during the summer it wouldn't do in any other time. And most people they don't realise what the hot weather can do to a car, or a motorcycle for that fact. One thing that people do not realise is hot weather, breaking the teeth in for the mother-in-law today, hot weather will make the air more dense. That is one thing that people do not know. So you'll find that the air flowing through your car is a little bit heavier, and your engine may underperform, so you may find your car's a little bit sluggish, or your bike's a little bit sluggish. You're thinking, why is it doing this? Hot air, guys. So that's one of the things that I found out. And I only found that out a couple of weeks ago, chatting away with a couple of bikers. And he said, we went out of the do a ride. We were out in the Sahara. Oh god, my bike was playing up big time. Well, till I pulled in the local garage, and they told me, do I need to adjust my carbs? Well, you can, but once you get into the leaner air, the cooler air, your bike's going to go completely the opposite. So leave as is, get used to your bike underperforming, but once you get out of the hot air environment, it will go back to normal. And with our British weather, how often do we get really, really hot weather? It's 36 degrees today. I'm in a leather jacket, I can tell I'm cooking. My back is soaking wet, but I'd rather be in a decent set of leathers riding any bike, even a 125, than I would be in a t-shirt and shorts. So that's one of the things that will happen, car or bike, in the summer. Hot air. It affects your car and it affects your bike. The other thing, coolant. A lot of people say, oh god, my car's dripping water everywhere. You know, it will do. Water expands with the heat. It may just be blowing off residue. That water could be from somewhere else. It could be that you've got your aircon on and your aircon's venting off the condensation. On a bike liquid cooled system, yes, you may have the same thing again. You may notice it will just blow off a bit of water because your engine's hot, but just keep a check on your daily coolant levels. Another thing that obviously won't affect bikes, but it will affect a car, and I think we've only had one in the last 3 years. My aircon's smoking. Ooh, really? Yeah. And if you actually look out, or Google, why does my aircon smoke? You'll find that it might be just vapour from the aircon just blowing out the vents, and most people interpret it to be a bit of smoke. So that was something else that I learned this week. Nice deep pothole I've just went over there. Roads in Milton Keynes are terrible. You'd think they'd spend a bit of money getting the roads sorted out, but no, they prefer to spend them on the local statues. So once again, we're just going to come in, and nice bit of hard braking, and brakes on this are lovely. Little purr from that engine, and scorpion can again. Noisy. Wind a bit of power on. Once again, I'm just going to do the up front brake nice and hard on the front, and nice steady one, and just come in on the back brake and pull it up hard. Dual brakes. I'm not a fan of dual braking. I don't like my front wheel being pulled on when I go for my rear. Each to their own. Old-fashioned biker, as I said on numerous videos, like to be in control of the back brake. I just have a feel that engine's not hot at all, so the air cooling system is working fine on this. Once again, pulling away from the lights, and straight at the 40 it does out-accelerate the cars. So we're 9 miles in now, and not a thing from this Royal alloy. It's not overheating. It still brakes fine. The engine still sounds sweet as it did first day it come out the factory. Just need a quick check over the shoulder. We're moving to the outside lane. I need to hook the outside lane for the roundabout. And we're looking to clock up at least 10 miles on this today. Once you roll off that throttle, engine braking on this, there we are, look. And it's just rolling along doing 9 miles an hour on tick over. As you can tell, I ride with lights on all the time, but these Euro 4 lights are permanently on, so I've just got the visor up for the minute, so you can hear that can working away. Lovely. So we're going to be coming off this roundabout, taking the right hand lane coming off, and it's surprising how many people realise that the middle lane over there is a middle lane for a cross. It is not a right turn lane. Let's just see if we get cut up like I did when I did my last video, straight across in front of me. Down, getting too many bugs coming in across my face. And you know what, I can't be bothered with this learner. I'm going to shift over and take the dual carriageway. And once again, straight off the mark, away she goes. Anyway, back to my 5 things. Final one. Tyres. Tyres get exceedingly hot in this weather. Great if you're a biker, super sticky, knee down. The tarmac is also getting hot, and you can get to the point where you go into certain areas, put yourself into a corner, tarmac's a little bit too sticky, road surface is breaking up, you've got all that debris that's going to crumble under your tyres. So just there's a very, very fine line between nice and warm and crumbly. So I'm just going to come off the roundabout here. Once again, slow speed control on this, lovely. Bit of a super long vlog on this one, but I just wanted you to get a feel for this Royal alloy, because most videos are 6 or 7 minutes long. You don't get to actually see what the bike is like on a nice long ride. So dual carriageway, and then obviously a little bit of urban commuting around the town. Trust me, if I'm the only manhole that got an inch dip on it, but soaks up the bumps well. one finger braking. That pulls up exceedingly well. Even around town, it's attracting attention. People are like, oh, it looks nice. So there's definitely a little head turn of this. So almost back at the garage in Bletchley. If you'd enjoyed this, then obviously click and like on the channel. Follow the bike page on Facebook, which is Eclipse Motorcycles. Look for the photo of the Royal Alloy scooter. If you want to follow my channel, just go search Red Bomb on Facebook, look for the Kawasaki. And we've got the YouTube channels as well. So Red Bomb on Eclipse, Red Bomb on YouTube. Look for the Kawasaki again. And once again, Eclipse Autos. They're on YouTube as well. Eclipse Autos, Eclipse Car Sales. Quite a few cars on there, but obviously we post a lot of the bike videos on there as well. So, you've been riding with Red Bomb, riding for Eclipse Motorcycles. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again soon. So we're just going to pull up, let you have a quick look at this thing. There we go, in black and red. It's the Royal Alloy GT125. Take care, and we'll see you again.